Well, folks, several of you've asked me about my thoughts on the UFC adding Greg Hardy to the January 19th card, where Rachel Ostovich is also going to be. You guys asked my opinion, okay? I'm going to give you my opinion. Some of you may like it, and some of you may be surprised at it. I don't know. Stay tuned.
I do believe that you can be a feminine woman and still fight MMA, a man in a man's sport or whatever. I just feel like just do you. The attention's cool and all of that, but my main priority is fighting.
All right, all right. LD MMAC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys. A few people, you guys have been asking me what are my thoughts about the UFC and Dana White adding Greg Hardy to Rachel Ostovich's card on January the 19th. Okay, I'm going to start out by saying this, okay? Listen, man. People make mistakes in life, okay? People do. People make a lot of mistakes in life, and unfortunately, you are judged by the consequences of the choices that you choose to make. My old sensei used to tell me that. You're judged by the consequences of the choices that you choose to make. And even though Greg Hardy has, he's in anger management, he's not repeated the action, the beating of any other women, he's not done that. He's still going to be judged on the consequences of the choices that he chose to make. And, I used to hear that every day as a teenager. Every day, when I was doing my mess and, when I was out here doing just the wrong thing, I used to hear that all the time. And unfortunately for Greg Hardy, that's what's happening to him. Now, Dana White decided to give him a second chance, to make an income, to make life, and I don't have a problem with people getting a second chance, okay? I think everybody deserves a second chance. I think mostly everybody deserves a second chance, okay? I think they do to try to get it right. Everybody deserves a second chance, and I think in this situation, I think Greg Hardy does deserve a second chance. But me personally, I detest men that beat women. I detest them. I hate them with a passion, and I don't support him. I don't support this dude, okay? Even some of his mannerisms, and he looked like, he possessed with some kind of devil or something. I don't know, man. But I may not like what he did. I may not like the person who he was, but I still believe that people do deserve a second chance to get their life right. And I'll salute Dana White on that end for giving Greg Hardy a second chance. Okay? But with this being said, I won't salute Dana White, whisker biscuit, crispy, bald-headed, rusty, crusty, dusty ass, for putting him on the exact same card as Rachel Ostovich. Now, here go the thing, man. Okay? Greg Hardy being on that card wasn't a thought, okay? Until Rachel Ostovich decided that, hey, you know what? The fight with Paige Van Zandt is still on. The fight with Paige Van Zandt, we still gonna fight, okay? They put Greg Hardy on the card. Do y'all see that the UFC, they did this on purpose? And you know what? It wasn't about Rachel Ostovich. It wasn't about her. It's about viewership. The UFC, they're about drama. And I told y'all this is slowly becoming a WWE. That's what this is becoming. The WWE. Okay, now there's a storyline, a crap of a storyline, because when you use this to try to drum up viewership, and I promise you, everybody and their mama, they're going to be looking for photographs that week of them actually interacting with each other. Greg Hardy and Rachel Ostovich, they don't even know each other. They don't even know each other. They probably never even met on a personal level, okay? But I guarantee you that they're going to try to find photographs of these two together actually having conversation. So they can, make up some kind of new storyline between them. I wouldn't even be surprised if like tabloid people, they start putting out dumb articles like, Rachel Ostovich and Greg Hardy was found, being intimate or they were holding hands. See, they'll come up and say some dumb stuff like this, man. They don't even know each other, okay? But this is poor taste in the UFC. The reason why that this is so poor, because everybody and their mama know that the only reason why this guy got added to this card was because of the domestic violence incidents that Rachel Ostovich experienced. That's all that is, okay? And people saying, well, maybe, they didn't have any cards to put Greg Hardy on. Well, the last time this dude fought was in September, okay? The last time he fought was in September. They could have put him on this December 8th pay-per-view. I mean, they could have put him on that. There were a bunch of fight nights in between September and this last pay-per-view. They could have put him on an earlier card. They could have put him on the Cyborg pay-per-view. Okay, or they could have put him on the early pass prelims. They could have, man, the UFC could have completely worked this out, man. They're doing it for viewerships. Now, Rachel Ostovich said, you know what? Everybody deserves a second chance. I agree with that. I believe he deserves a second chance. I think that this is poor taste in the UFC. And we know why they did it, to drum up the controversy. We know exactly why they did it, to drum up controversy between, you know, what happened with Greg Hardy's past and what happened to Rachel Ostovich. Crazy, you know? And we don't even know, you know, and see people saying, well, Greg, you know, he's rehabilitated himself. We don't know that. We don't know if this man still don't have these anger management issues. You don't know. Okay? If he do it again, then you know he will. See, I kind of look at this from both sides of the spectrum, okay? I can see from Greg Hardy's point of view, God, dog, man, I'm doing everything I can, man, to make myself a good person, and I can't because people keep bringing up my past. Unfortunately, Greg, this is the society that we live in, and unfortunately, you've got to live with the consequences of the choices that you chose to make. That's just how it is, and people are going to continue. Every time they see you, they're going to continue to say something about your domestic violence. Now, with that being said, people, I noticed that a lot of people, they tend to throw it all on Greg Hardy. A lot of people coming out the woodworks on Greg Hardy. But you know what? These same people, man. You know what? And it's amazing, man. It's amazing how Travis Brown don't get no ridicule. It's amazing. Me? Oh, I gave it to him. It's amazing how people came to the defense of Julian Wallace, who tried to kill Jesse Rose Clark. I got people going after me saying, why? Why am I ridiculing Julian? Why not? Ridicule these dudes that's beating these women up. You damn right you ridicule them. You ridicule them, you don't give them a spot. Because they're going to be judged by the consequences of the choices that they chose to make. Even though that they made all these changes, okay, great. People still going to judge you. They still going to look at you based off what you've already done. And that's any of us. Any of us, if we messed up in the past, people may forgive, but they're not going to forget. They're not going to forget. That's just how it is. And all these woman beaters, Travis Brown, I'm calling you out, Travis Brown. It's not a video with Travis in it. Travis Brown, you're a woman beater. Julian Wallace, you're a woman beater. War Machine, you are a woman beater. See, these guys, what's his name? Mayhem Miller, you're a woman beater. All of you guys, y'all beat women. And y'all think it's funny, torturing them. Okay, Arnold Burden, you're a woman beater. Y'all think it's funny. Or y'all don't think it's funny, but y'all think y'all got power when you guys are torturing these women. And I know somebody gonna hit the dislike button because you agree, okay, and you don't see, you don't understand why I'm talking about Rachel Ostovich and her, being abused. Y'all can't understand that. But I don't need your approval. I will approve my damn self. Beating a woman is wrong. It just is. And unfortunately for Greg Hardy, he's not going to escape it. It's going to be there. Every time he turn around, it's going to be there. So what does he do? Keep living his life. Keep living his life. Just live your life and live your life the right way. And it's amazing, too. You got people attacking Rachel Ostovich. I'm talking about you got guys on down saying it's her fault. You got people saying that, even talking about she looked like a dude. Like, you know what? These guys are insecure. These guys are insecure. Y'all just mad because Rachel probably wouldn't even deal with y'all on that level anyway. Amazing, man. Amazing. But y'all, we living in a very evil society. It's very evil, man, when the woman who getting beat taking criticism, right? You got guys even talking about, well, Greg Hardy shouldn't have to adjust his life for Rachel. I mean, it's, Greg don't have an issue. Rachel do. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. She didn't ask to get her ass whooped by her husband. She didn't ask for that. But see, the UFC it's not even Greg Hardy's fault. It's not his fault. It ain't his fault because they gave him a contract. He said, yes, I'll fight on that day. They gave Rachel Ostovich a contract. She said, yeah, I'll fight on that day. It's not really Greg Hardy's fault that this is the UFC. It's all them, man. And they're choosing to put these two on the same card so they can drum up viewership. And that's what it is, man. A very dirty and sick move. But guys, we're living in an evil society. We're living in a very evil society. And I can go in deep. But I think I might have to create that Patreon to really start talking to y'all about the evil societies. Okay? Actually, spiritually, evil, demonic society. Guys, I could go into this subject for 1,000 minutes, miles, 1,000 hours. I could. But it is what it is. Rachel Ostovich don't seem to have a problem with it. So it is what it is. The UFC, they did what they needed to do. They did exactly what they did. And, you know, they're going to get viewership out of this. And they're going to try to sell a story. And you know what? And also, too, we need to give Paige Van Zandt a salute. I know we say a lot of stuff about Paige, about how she fight. As a person, Paige Van Zandt is a very genuine and she's a sweet person. Paige is a sweet person. And Paige has also, you know, put her hand in there and said, "Lit, this is wrong." She's given full support of Rachel Ostovich during this rough time. Okay? I mean, you definitely need to salute Paige Van Zandt. I don't care if you don't like her fighting. I don't care if you don't think she need to be in the UFC. Paige Van Zandt, at least Paige Van Zandt got a backbone, and at least she do stand for something. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harris, and I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to D-Best Women's MMA platform on YouTube.